Hi folks, Festus here, September 10th, 2017, and as you know, I live in southeast Connecticut and we've got a beautiful day here. You gotta look at my sunflowers. If you look at the news, Florida's getting clobbered with a Hurricane Irma. And the other interesting thing, I went to school in Tampa and St. Petersburg. I went to University of South Florida. And now I'm up in Connecticut, and it's funny how I used to look at the news on what's like the storms happening in Connecticut, and I'd be like, wow, lucky to be where I am. But I guess today I'm lucky to be where I am now. And what I've got here is my Craftsman snowblower, and I'm doing a long-term review of it. So anyways, this is a long-term review of my Craftsman snowblower. It's the Craftsman 26-inch width. You can see here with the Easy Steer, and that has the clutch handles that you can turn with. I've had this, will be my 6th year with this snowblower, and I bought it brand new. And I bought it, they had some big sale going on. I paid probably about $840 for it at the time, 5 years ago. Just to show you, and you'll see some other pictures of it in action later on. One of the things I liked about it, and one of the sales points I had, was that it's got this shifter here, and you pull the button and you can turn the chute in any direction you want. And then you can, by pushing it forward, you can lower the way the snow blows, or you pull it back and you can raise this. So it's a very handy feature. Also, it's got the these are little clutch levers that work to so if you want to turn to the left, you pull this one and it frees up the left wheel so it can turn, because both wheels are locked together. And then same thing on this side, pull this to go the other way. 6 speeds. It's a disc drive, so I mean there's no gearing in it. 2 reverses. Nice controls. Spots here for your extra shear pins, and of course, as you can see, I sheared one off over the years. The motor is a 608 cc engine, so that roughly runs to what, about 6.5 horsepower. Overhead valve. It's one of the newer style engines, and I looked it up, and yeah, it's made in China, and no, I cannot pronounce the name of it, so that's the best I can do. Primer, you know, safety switch, which I never take out. Throttle, choke. I did do some adjustments to it. I did put a fuel cutoff valve in here. I always like to put the pretty much I put the motor away and turn the fuel gauge off and let it run. This is the fuel bowl here, and it's got a little drain. You know, there's 2 screws on it. This one here in the front will actually drain your fuel out, so you can let it run dry that way, because as you know, with the ethanol gas, if you're leaving fuel in there for a long period of time, you're going to have carb problems. This is the Airbox is under here. The only problem I ever had with it over the years was a couple of years ago, mice had stored their acorns in here, and there's no air filter, because as you know, if you have an air filter, it'll get clogged up with ice, and so it actually runs off there's a heater that runs off the exhaust to keep the exhaust, but there is no air filters on these. And so the mice filled it up full of acorns in there and blocked it off, so I had to take it all apart. The only complaint I had with it was having to do that. You cannot just take this part here off to get at the Airbox. You actually have to take all of this unit, and it was about a 2-hour job just to get some acorns out of the carburetor. But that was the only problem I really had with it. It's got the electric start, which always comes in handy. 120 volt, plug it in, press the button, she starts. A very reliable engine. I've never had any problems with it. Just to show you the overall condition of it. Now, I've always taken good care of it. I always wash it off, make sure there's no ice buildup or anything. One of the things I do have a gravel driveway, and I've raised the shoes down here to compensate for that. But no matter what, it still picks up gravel. And the only problem I've really had, or I don't know, problem, complaint, it's hard to see, but a lot of the paint has come off here. I'm getting some rust here. Definitely all the paint inside the chute here is gone. So one of my projects is I'm gonna have to take it all apart and put some heavy Rust-Oleum in there, clean it up so I don't get any more rot on it. I mean, it's not really rot, just surface rust, but the paint is not holding up. It's a, I don't know what kind of paint it is. It's more like a plastic paint, but again, just the wear and tear, it hasn't held up very well. And also you can see on the chute here, it's the rocks have hit it and made dings, and then it rusted. But you know, I'll clean it off and put some good primer on it and paint it up, and hopefully I'll get another. Well, this year is going to be my 6th year, and it's hard to see, but I've got a really big driveway, and it goes way down to Main Road, and it's always done a good job in taking care of it. So anyway, so that's summertime now, and I took some of these photos last year so you can get an idea how it works and all. Okay. And here's some of my sunflowers. I plant them around the outside of the garden. I'm going to be in there doing his business, what bees like to do. And yeah, unfortunately, September, the time for the flowers is going to be short, and then we'll be back into winter time again. Oh yeah, here it is, folks. March 14th. 2017, Southeast Connecticut, and we're getting hit by a nor'easter. Yeah, they canceled work today, so I gotta take care of the driveway, hopefully one last time before spring gets here. Believe it or not, last week it was 52 degrees out here. Now I gotta deal with more of this stuff. Yeah, you start getting tired of it after a while. But anyways, let's go get the blower out and see how much snow we got. Now, comes up to the tip of my boot. There's a snow plow going by. And let's get started at least. Oh man. It's finally raining now, which is actually pretty good, because if it wasn't, the stuff would be really up there. Yeah, that looks good. Alright. Okay, I'm going to start my blower here. Believe it or not, underneath all that snow is a Buick. And there's my snow plow, but I'm going to start it off with the snow blower just because it's so heavy right now. And there's Rocky and my Craftsman snow blower. Give it a cold start now. it locks automatically when I put it in gear. I think I'm a little low on gas. The nice thing is its handle. Just to show you how big the drifts are here, it goes up to my knee. So yeah, the Craftsman snowblower took good care of it. It's too much to do with the snow plow, so use a snowblower, you throw it out, and believe it or not, if it wasn't, that's a snow fence right there. If it wasn't for that snow fence, these drifts would be twice as high. As you can see, I can knock down some pretty good drifts here. All in all, it works really well. I enjoy the toggle switch that changes the direction of the chute. It saves a lot of cranking, and you can use it with one hand and